And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the 3.0 main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we left off having just stepped into the Dravanian Forelands, and we're right here, just to the west of Tailfeather. So let's talk to Ysayle and see what we need to do. So the next quest is called the Thrine Towers. So Ysayle wishes to survey the approach to the distant towers. So, spy you the three great towers to the west. Let's see, west. Okay, that's one tower. Fair enough. Its guardians know them as Anix Thrine. The place serves as a roost for Valga's lesser kindred. If you're able to if you reach the peak of Somme, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Or, of rather more concern, is the disposition of Gnath. Let us survey the approach to the towers, and see if the path is clear. Okay, so let's do this. Which way? Okay, we're going down there. So, it will be very useful when I can fly in this zone, that's for sure, because I'm going to need to if I want to carry on and do good gathering and crafting and stuff without having to break the bank. And also as well just to explore, because these zones are huge, and I love exploring them afoot, but it is a very long travelling time to get from one place to the other, so I'm going to need at some point to be able to fly around here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, almost there, around that hill. And the main reason now that I want to really focus on the main scenario is because I just want access to all the zones. I want to fly in all the zones and so on, because I've been leveling up a lot of crafting and gathering. My gatherers, you can see, are almost 55 plus, and my crafters are almost all 53. And there is quite a few new things I need, which I just can't get to in the first two zones. So now is the time really to move on. And we might as well explore. I mean, that's why they added these new zones for us. So here is Ysayle. So, 'tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Gnath soldiers. Machamp did not exaggerate then. These beasts have grown brazen indeed. Indeed, if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to Gnath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Cool. Let's move on. So defeat the enemies right here. Okay, so let's do this. We put Stone Skin up, we have Sword Oath, so let's do a fight. Alright, so we're going to use Fight or Flight. Since these are, well, that one was really weak, and this is a magic user, so I guess there's not much point in using Sheltron, new move that we just learned. Owned. But wait, there's more. Yep. You come to me, I'm not coming to you. Owned. Okay, so next. So there's going to be more than one fight along this path. Oh yeah. Sheltron, in case you don't know, is an ability which will block the next physical attack. Almost like perfect dodge with Ninja. And it only has a 30-second cooldown. Okay, so let's talk to your sail. There she is. So, I take no pleasure in killing Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word, to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hrisvalgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Cool. So that's that quest done. Let's see if there's anything useful for us. 125, Lancer, Monk. Nah. Ninja, I suppose. Still more valuable than taking the coins, so let's do that. Cool. So let's move on straight to the next quest. So the next quest is called Gifts for the Outcasts. So your cell seems occupied with thoughts of the Nath and their primal. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus it is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or conjunction. I think they like each other. So enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marchamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Okay, so let's go straight back to Tailfeather. Okay, here we go. So he's in this house. So, aho, back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we batter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of Landtrap nectar, a basket of Salem tree fruit, and always a Nath favourite, a generous portion of young Naka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Naka that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marchant. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten knacker egg. Dudunch. Okay, so we've already seen plenty of the knacker around in the waters, in the rivers. So we need to go there. So it's not the big ones, it's, as he said, it's the little ones we need to target. So effectively, in order to set up this trade, we need to become baby killers. Wow, that's great. So let's see. So for whatever reason, they seem to be asking us to kill a lot of random mobs. It's weird that, in an MMO, killing mobs. Okay, so as I said, it's the little ones we want. So sorry. Well, yeah, okay, you can't kill the little one without aggroing the big one, which makes perfect sense, let's be honest about it. Oh yeah. I really should just not use that macro anymore, it's not needed. I had a macro for Spirits Within, which would say when I'd used it. And I will keep it on my bar at some point. But I haven't really needed to use it since literally, like, turn 1 in Binding Coil. And I think maybe turn 2. Cool. So I'm going to get used to using Sheltron because you can see it even restores MP for us, which is really great. So I'll probably start using it for that reason, if no other. So I should really put it on my bar to use it more often. I need to think of my key bindings a bit more. I'm going to start, it's not going to be just this class, I'll probably need extra buttons for the other classes as well. Yeah, I shouldn't put that up there because I'm going to be using it a lot more often. Put it there maybe, because I don't use stun that often. Okay, anyway, so let's head to Alpha Node, who's right up there. I might at level 60 make a Paladin class guide once I work out all these things, good best rotations and stuff like that. Okay, so here is Alpha Node and the group. Let's see what he has to say. So I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, so I would not have known how to harvest it without your sales help. Do you have the Naka meat? Or Nanka meat? So it says the tender tail meat of an underdeveloped Niki Nanka. So splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous looking hamper for the NAF. Okay, so again, let's see. Yeah, let's go for healer stuff. So when I don't have a choice of like ninja stuff, I'm getting healer stuff. So the next quest is called the Nonmind, or the Nonmind, and we can pick a Yeti Fang accessory. So Alphanode is eager to make contact with the NAF. So, well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the NAF, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphanode. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Okay, here they come. So long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, calam tree fruit, and nanka flesh. What delicate foods you have brought for us. Our meagre existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incest keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped. Stifling. And horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. Cool, let's go. So it is... Well, where do we have to go? Maybe up here we have to go around here. Aha. So, your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are VAF. We are the Nonmind. Okay, so let's talk to the storyteller. So welcome to our hives, Hunter. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Now, honoured elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the VAF, the Nonmind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the NAF's god, of the god the One Mind summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the NAF who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kingsman. I shall commend you for finishing the job. She's like, shut up! Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They have learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed man. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Naf's lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god's ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Okay, so we're going to take the healing one, I suppose. Let's take the healing one. Cool. So next quest. Ugh. So we actually can't do the next quest until level 53. But you can see I'm just a fraction away from 53. So I'm just going to get 53. And when I do, we will continue. Okay, so we went back to... and did a couple of fates in order to hit 53. So the next quest requires level 53 is called a Gnathic Deity. So Ysael seems troubled by the Naf's war of expansion. So I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at a grave cost to the land. I reason that it is necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Naf. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a sign of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Naf, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How likely you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphanode, a being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to her death? No, you have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Mithrie. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Mithrie, need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath, and learn how to best secure an audience with their deity. In this at least, it may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Yep. Cool. So let's talk to Sibel Riot. So we are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. What they're talking about in terms of mind and one mind is that when obviously a beast tribe is under the influence of a primal, then the primal controls them completely, like with all the other beast tribes, like the Amalja and the Sylphs and so on. So these are the ones that got away. So put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not generous as that. Okay. So let's see. So you wish to meet our god, offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Okay. So, you are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Naka flesh. Yes, the meat of young Naka would make a fine repast. Okay. It's a hunk of Naka flesh again. I did bring some earlier on, but I guess I've already eaten it. Okay, so let's go back. Almost there, almost there. Okay, here's a small one. Let's kill the other one as well, just for the sake of... Okay, straight back we go. Obviously that way is blocked, so let's go this way. These zones are very, very big, but I think they only get bigger. This is not the biggest zone. So we have to enjoy our Naka flesh. Have you brought any? Yes, we did. So let's hand it over. So another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you'll have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the One Mind are enmeshed by the One Mind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Cool. Well, that gives us hope. Not. So, the Vath are wont to elude certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. Those Naths, the one who inhabit the larger hive, are also known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their NAF counterparts. Thus are the VAF ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. So, not so. Perilous though it may be, the VAF did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the NAF will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Okay, let's complete. The next quest is called Breaking into Hives. So Alpha Node wishes to review Ysael's plan for infiltrating the NAF hide. So, forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the NAF, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavour, will you not, Mithrie? Judging by great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alpha Node. Then it is settled. Mithrie, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance of the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall then feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. Okay, so let's go. So we need to run to the south in order to get to the hive. So as I say, I really can't wait until I'm flying around all zones. And it's nice that they have gated the content that way, because it gives us more... It's like more of a reward, the flying. It's not just a case of, oh, you can fly, okay, fly wherever you like. It's a case of you have to earn the right to fly everywhere. And you earn the right to fly by getting the Aether Currents, by doing quests, by finishing the main scenario, and so on. Whee! Cool. So I guess this is the NAF's hive. Okay, there's the first fight. So we're going to use Stone Skin for the sake of it. So, intruders, your lives are forfeit. Okay. Okay, so we've done that. So now, let us speak to Ysael. So the Overmind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. So it'll probably link later, so we might as well kill it now. Oh, this is a magic one. It doesn't do any physical attacks. Cool. Okay. Ah, so we need to go a bit deeper in. Well, so it's actually quite busy down here. Oh, I jumped down, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, heavy, why? Ah, there's an Aether current there. I'll have to take note of that for my next video guide about the currents. I don't get the currents until I'm ready to do all of them because I want to record them for YouTube. Ah, there's the destination. Okay, so, no, do not jump down, just run around. But we got a good look, we can see there is a lot of mobs here. There she is. So that should be sufficient. If we do not have our host full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Okay, let's complete. Cool. Let's move straight on. Next quest. So the quest is called Lord of the Hive. So Ysael awaits an opportunity to surrender to the Gnath. So you're prepared then? Yep. Hold here, Mithrie. When the next Gnath come, we offer no resistance. Surrender intruders. There is no escape. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. So they seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape, should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Okay, so enter the chamber.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquest of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Gnath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Gnath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Gnath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Uh-oh.
myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Uh-oh. You made Mithrie angry. Face the Mithrie wrath.
Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Oh yeah. Okay guys, so I think that's a good time to end the episode. So obviously the next episode is going to be us fighting Ravana hard mode. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.